My notary family, we did it. We're 1K strong. We made it to 1,000. Salute to everybody. The family's growing. Thank you for the love. Much appreciated. So, it's Sunday Talks. Talks on Sunday. We're going to read through some comments and we're going to do the 1K Learn Away. Not the 1K giveaway. It's the 1K Learn Away. What I plan on doing, cue the intro. Okay, so what I plan on doing is like a big Zoom call or whoever, at least one person, me and somebody else, minimum. Obviously, for Zoom, you need 2 or more. I can't talk to myself. And what I want to do is get everybody together and practice going over loan docs, right? We'll get about 4 or 5 docs that everyone can practice with somebody else. We're all on Zoom. We're all watching each other. Cameras on. The cameras have to be on. So there's no shield. This is not Sparta. So that way you get a vibe for what it's like when you're on the spot. Okay? Because you're going to be on the spot in front of signers. We got to break that. You got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Right? Sometimes I still get a little bit uncomfortable and nervous, and signings is natural. So that's what we're going to do. That's my plan, is to learn away. So we all going to learn how to present documents. We can get a feel for our own personalities and how we present and how somebody else present, and we can learn from each other. So that is the plan. Oh, I'm getting a call. Let me pause it. So I just had a call. I had to answer that. I'm recording on my phone. So if you want to know, my camera is my phone. I use a Note 10 Plus. Okay. No Apple over here. Apple does have really nice cameras. Oh, okay. I was reading the text message. All right. And hopefully my voice sounds better. I think I actually sent another video. I did buy a mic for my phone that I can just plug up on top. So hopefully the voice sounds a little bit better, not as low and a little more clear. Okay, and I have a light. I bought one of those round lights, so it's shining in my face. So hopefully it all looks better. So anyway, back to the Learn Away. We're all gonna be on a Zoom call. We'll get 5, 6 docs that we can, routine docs that we can just practice with each other back and forth on presenting, what to say, how to say it, and you just get comfortable doing that. Okay, obviously we can't go over every single doc, so maybe we can have a handful of people just present a certain 5 and y'all go back and forth, and then another present then another 5 documents. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but I do plan on doing that because some people comment and say they haven't had a signing yet, or they done one, or they're new to being a notary and they haven't had training and they don't want to just get a call and say, hey, can you go do these docs? And now you got to present each document, 150 pages. You're going to somebody's house and it all feels brand new. So we're going to get all that jitters out the way and we'll all present together. Okay. So, like I said, we'll just get the same handful of docs, the routine docs, the closing disclosure, settlement statement, deed, the note, and the right to cancel. Signature affidavits probably in every one. Errors and omissions probably in every one, in all the documents. Uniform residential loan application is probably in all of them. So that's about 6 or 7 that we all can get familiar with. And somebody sent me a link on the gram. I forgot his name, but you know who you are. Thank you. And it was a link from the NNA that he sent, and it they have like a little package of some mock documents that you can download. So I will put that link in the description so you can download that and you can at least get a feel for what the documents look like. And once I get it situated, hopefully soon, within the next week, we can all do that. We'll all meet up, say hi, cameras on, so everybody's watching you. All right, because that's when it counts, because the signer is gonna be there watching you. Like, okay, I'm waiting. So if we're there, like, next is And then this is that's not good. Take out the uhs, take a pause, and say your words. So, see how I did that? I paused, I didn't say and then I just slow down, take a breath, start speaking. Take out the uhs and it doesn't sound good. All right, so that's the plan, the 1K Learn Away. We're going on Zoom. We're all gonna learn how to present docs and all the details we need. We answer all our questions, we learn from each other, and we all improve. All right, so now let's read these comments. So I'm looking at the video checking docs before my signing. If you haven't watched that, I think it's a good one because it's from my favorite company to present documents. From title company is Old Republic. So if you have one nearby you, call them and tell them you want to work with them. Okay, I like presenting their docs because it's straightforward, direct. It's not a lot of extra. If you present for them and you present with like 5 different other companies, you'll see what I mean. Now it's hard to explain, but and they put them in good order. I like the order that they put the doc. They always start with the settlement statement. Now you can go through, put sticky notes. You want to start with the closing disclosure, settlement statement, and probably deed of trust note and right to cancel. You want to get those 5 out the way. Okay, settlement statement right after the closing disclosure is helpful because cash to close and closing costs. The settlement statement will help break down all that. All right, so checking docs before my signing is a good video to watch. It was like a quick tutorial on how I present loan documents. I ran through them really quick, but I did speak on some ways that I present them. So it's a good one. All right, so James said this was informative. You made it appear a lot easier by going through the paperwork, and it did not feel overwhelming. I can see you having a good time with your clients. Yes, I make it a point to crack a joke. We gotta make some funny moment and smile throughout the loan process. It's a must for me. It's just my character. I'm not serious all the time. I'm rarely serious, but focused on detail, and I get the job done. But I got to smile sometimes, have a little fun. And it did probably feel smooth because those documents I'm used to presenting already. I've done a handful of closings for that company, and it was smooth. Teresa said, where did you get your hat, shirt, etc. that has your business logo on it? So I make it myself. If you didn't know, the shirt, the beanie I had on, and there's my embroidery machine. It's not a sewing machine, unfortunately. Like my mask that I wear to my signings, this one just says Notary Public. So the mask that I made that people asked for, I sent those out. So it's in the mail. But I made it on these at first, and these are some cheap ones from Amazon. And I guess you get what you pay for, or you get what you don't pay for. Because these, when I started to wash away the stabilizer, the material is not that strong, so it didn't hold up. So those are no bueno. So yeah, I make my own. I embroider on my beanie and my shirt. I do that myself. One day I'll buy a sewing machine because I want to do that too. Kevin, excellent job. I'm a big proponent of being personable, knowledgeable, and smelling good. You have to smell good. I went to a signing Saturday and I had to take my shoes off. He did have those shoe covers ready, but I said, nope, I'll take my shoes off. I'm in dress shoes all day long, and these are not designed for comfort. I'll take them off. My pleasure. Okay, so I took my shoes off. So make sure you smell good. Make sure your feet smell good. Take a shower. Wash between your toes. Spray some in your shoes if you need it. But cologne, clean shave, line your hair, fresh cut, and be a people person. You have to be a people person. You're around different personalities all day, so you may need to be a chameleon somewhat on how you interact. Maybe naturally you're more direct, and you go into a signing with someone else that's very direct, and it could be a clash. Lightweight. Or if you're like me, I have more of a calm, passive personality. So if I meet somebody like that, I may need to flip that and be a little more direct to help keep things going. Because we may be, if we're both calm and passive, we chilling and it takes longer. Like, this is this, then you know. So you gotta kind of learn to read that. Sparkles in Blue, thank you for going through the docs. Have you ever received docs with no instructions where to sign and so on? So as far as where to sign, sometimes some documents will say borrowers, some will just say signature. On some documents, obviously the ones that say their name, you know that's there, but it'll say one of those three things. And as far as instructions, signing companies usually send instructions with the documents that you could download separately about if you need somebody to call, you can call this number. If you how to fill out the right to cancel, they'll send you a form that shows that or a link to a YouTube video. And if you need to download the calendar, the rescission calendar, I think that's what it called, the right to cancel calendar, tell you what 3 days. Okay. So that's that. And let's see, very helpful. Just getting started, biz. Well done. Thanks for sharing. Great video as usual. Do you get a lot of VA loans? So Jeanette said, do you get a lot of VA loans? Which ones do you get the most? I would say it might be a 4-to-1 as far as VA loans for me in my experience in the last couple months. So 3 of the loans would just be regular, and 1 will be VA, or 4 will be regular, 1 will be VA. So out of every 5, one of those will probably be VA loans. So you got to look out for those. Those will have extra documents that's specific to the VA. Like you'll have the uniform residential and probably all your packets, and then you'll have a VA version of the same thing. Is structured differently, but it'll have that in there. And there's a VA one that said, you know, the VA, this loan is not assumable without approval of Department of Veteran Affairs or for the deed, for the note. So there's a couple extra documents. That packet will probably be a little bit bigger. So just a heads up. And there's one, I forgot the name of the document on the VA, but there's one of them where they need initials, they need to sign, they need to check the box, they need to check the box at the top. And there's another box on the side that's if they've ever been dishonorably discharged, something like that. So look out for those check boxes on the VA loan. All right. So let's look. You know, this is going to be short. It's only 11 minutes right now. So you know what? We'll keep it short today. I think the last time I talked, it went for a whole hour. And we're not going to do that today. I'm not going to do that about today. Tips on Wednesday. Deb Schmidt said, I like the tip about the envelope. I don't think I've seen anyone else mention that. So yeah, the envelope is a good tip. If you're not using an envelope, keep 1 or 2 in your bag. You can get it from the dollar store just in case they have a check. So it's a little more professional when you take the check. You don't want to just clip it to the paper, which you can do, which I did before. But then I went back and thought about it, like, I have envelopes at home. Why don't I just use that? And Mickey said, I love to see a refi scripting. Yes. So I do still plan on doing a loan presentation start to finish from the time I get, it'll be a mock one made up, but it'll be exactly how it goes in real life. So from the time that I get the text to the time I drop the docs and how I do it. Okay. That'll be the whole process. Calling, driving there, how soon I leave, how soon I check, how far they live. So as soon as you get the loan, as soon as you get the you've been selected to do the signing, check the address and see how far it is from where you're at. And you'll probably be at home. If you're at home, find out how far it is from your house. Because this morning that I had a signing, it was just a one-off, just a quick notary stamp. But I knew this city, it was about 30-minute drive. But when I checked my GPS, it said 39 minutes, and it was at 10 o'clock, and it was about 9:10 when I checked it. And I said, "Whoo, good thing I checked." So I got there at 9:59. So I was late. If you're on time, you're late. So you should try to arrive 10 minutes early. That's my plan. I'll try to arrive 10 minutes early. Okay? So check your GPS. Check your GPS. So you can find out how far it is from you. Sully said time of stamps. Time of stamp. Yikes, I didn't know we had to jot that down. Please elaborate. You know, I don't have my book. Anyway, so this is what I do. Every time I stamp a page, I write that time in the journal. So, for example, I got to the signing at 10 a.m. But I didn't stamp that page until, I don't know, 10, let's say example, 10:09 or 10:08. I'll just say 10:09. We'll just say that. So I got there at 10, and we filled out the paperwork. I signed their, put their ID in my book, filled out my part, and they filled out their part. I stamp it. Then I go to my journal, check the time. You got to flick the wrist for the smartwatch, for the Android smartwatch, not Apple. Okay, then it pops up. I write down the time, and then I write the name of the document. When I do that in a signing, I don't write the full name of the document for errors and omission, right? I'm not going to write out that full thing. I'll flick the wrist, write the time, say 10:09, and I'll put E and O. And then I'll just put acknowledgement or jurat. I think it's acknowledgement. And that's it. So I don't write the full thing because I don't want to write out errors and omissions. You can put the circle, but it just looks better to me when you write it out. So when I get home, then I'll take some time and write it. Or if the signer is looking at documents a little longer, maybe they need to call the lender, or they're filling out something with their personal information that's going to take a minute, then I'll use that time to fill in all the details on my book. So that's the process for that. All right. November wrap up. What is that? Very informative. Awesome. Thanks for sharing it to me. Everything was stated not saying events have been helpful and say restrict and was. Is there any way to contact directly for any questions? Oh, okay. So let's read. Jacqueline said, just became a signing agent in CA. I had my first signing the other day. The borough council, they were halfway through because they didn't like the terms of the loans. But that's weird. You would think they know that already, right? When they talk to the lender, unless they just probably got overwhelmed and was like, yes, okay. But I would think they would know already. Your vids have been helpful since CA is more strict with rules than other states. Is there any way to contact you directly to answer questions? So yeah, if you have any questions, you can email me a3fnotary@gmail.com or on Instagram, which is better because any DMs from Instagram I know is just from people in general, whereas my email, I may get notifications from signing companies for signings or updates on payment. If they signing company, there's different people that have that email versus on Instagram, I know it's just for the family. Okay, so Instagram is probably the fastest way, but you can email a3fnotary@gmail.com, just like the title of the YouTube page or on the gram. So feel free to ask me a question if you have. Deb said you did a total of about 28. Did that feel busy, slow, or about what you expected? Sounds like you have a good balance for your personal time and both jobs. So 28 signings for me was, it felt good. It felt about average because before I was doing signings routinely before COVID, I was working 8 to 10 hours at the school, and then I would go train after school for, I don't know, 3 hours, not work out for 3 hours. I would teach and then train. So I'm used to having a long day. But it 28 felt it felt good. I think I could have done 35 to 40 and still feel normal, like average, like it wasn't too much. But above that would have been some work. 50 would have been like this was a solid month. Okay. But yes, 28 felt all right. It felt all right. Do you use Notary Gadget Track for your signings from Rhonda? No, I don't use Notary Gadget to track my signings. So what I do is write all my signings on this calendar, and it's December and I haven't changed it yet, and I'm already late. See, procrastination kills. Procrastination kills. Make sure you keep gas in your car too. Okay? Don't let your gas go past half a tank if you can help it, but a quarter max. And anything less, I talked to a mechanic and he said it could mess up when you go down to the E. Even though you like driving on fumes and your car starts sucking in air, and it could mess up your, is it water pump? I forget. It's not good to drive on E, but you know that. It's not good to walk around hungry, even though you can still walk around. So same thing with your car. Don't go to E. I did that today and I was looking at myself like, why? But I get lazy and procrastinate. So don't do that. My calendar is 5 days behind. So this is what I use to track my signings, and I put it in my phone. And I also, in my phone, I have the Excel spreadsheet, and I'll make a video on that one, but I just have it marked off. So it has the signing company, I forget the order, but the date, the client's name, order number, amount I'm supposed to get, and the next column is if I got paid or not, so that way I can keep track of obviously payment. And the next column would be mileage, start, finish, from when I leave my house to come back, or to, yeah, when I have the round trip, and Jurats and acknowledgments. So keep track of, that's what I keep track of inside my phone. And then I write it on here, and as soon as I get a signing, I put it in my Google Calendar. And from SnapDocs, there's an option at the top on your phone. If you scroll all the way to the top, once you get to sign in, you can just press add to calendar, and it'll pop up all the calendars. If you have Google, if you have Yahoo, if you have Outlook, and then you just press it, it'll load up the app, and you can put it in there. That way you get a notification an hour before or 30 minutes before, and stay on top of your game. So that's what I use to keep track of my signings. Make money online, said on-time video. Like you, I'm a W2 employee, 63, hard to walk away from those benefits. Oh yeah, hard to walk away from benefits. Yeah, so the school, I have benefits through the school, which is nice. I'm not sure how much it'll cost to do it on my own, but probably more. So we'll see. Maybe I will, once I start making more money, then it'll be okay to pay a little more on benefits, because then I can free up that time. So I can squeeze 2 signings Monday through Friday, 3 to 5, LA County, Orange County. I'm off on weekends. What do you think about my signing schedule? Appreciate. Okay. So he said he can squeeze in 2 signings Monday through Friday, and 3 to 5 on Saturday in LA County and Orange County. I'm off on the weekends. What do you think about my signing schedule? I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you too, sir. That's a perfect schedule. Generally, my signings, for the most part, are afternoons and evenings, because that's when most people are off work, and weekends. So that's the perfect schedule. If you have a 6 to 3, 9 to 5, it's kind of pushing it. Sometimes you may get signings, 4:30, 5 o'clock. But a 6 to 3 is perfect, because chances are 9 out of 10 times you're not going to get signings that early. At least I don't. Most of the time, my signings are in the evenings and afternoons, like I said. So that is perfect. You can easily get off at 3, go home, get you something to eat, and be ready to walk out the door by 4:30 and be at your signing at 5. Knock that one out, 5 to 6. And if you need to go home, you can go home, print the next one, and be at that one at 7. 7 to 8, that's 2 signings. And if they're 100 each, that's 200. That's $1,000 Monday through Friday. Perfect. And then Saturday, you can do 3 or 4. So that is the perfect. It's a good schedule. Okay, I forgot where we at. Let me see. Oh, 20 minutes. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So yes, I just wanted to mainly talk about the Sunday wrap up. I mean, not Sunday wrap up. The 1K Learn Away. We did it. 1,000 strong. Thank you guys. We're learning, we're building, we're growing. We're going to get on that Zoom and go through the documents so there is no nerves. Everyone's going to feel confident. Then we can help each other with any questions we have. Maybe we'll start a Discord. I was thinking about that too. I was thinking maybe a Facebook group. But I said, nah, because on Discord, you can do video chat and share videos. So it could be, you can have, like seminars, not seminar, just one-off meetings. You want to meet up and talk to somebody, you can post your document in a chat spot and somebody can respond to it. And then you can go right to the video section. And if you want to do a video conference, you can do that off on a Discord. So I do like that option. Who knows? Just something I'm thinking about. All right. Oh, you know what? I got my fingerprint roller application back in the mail. And so learn from my mistakes, and other people's experience is the best teacher. Experience is not the best. Yeah, it is. Experience is a good teacher, but other people's experience is the best teacher. So if you plan on doing fingerprint rollers, you got to get fingerprinted first. I didn't read everything. This will happen when you're rushing and you're just trying to hurry up and get through it. You make mistakes. I just sent my application in and I didn't get fingerprinted. So they sent it back 6 weeks later, 6 or 8 weeks later, saying you messed up. You got to go get fingerprinted. So I went to go do that. And I just sent the application back today. So maybe in like 5 months, I'll get a response. Hopefully 4 months. But it is my fault. And there's a couple other things that I'm checking out. So that's that. I'll tell you how the fingerprint thing goes once I get that rolling. I need to do more research and find somebody else that's doing it already so I can learn what they learn or know what they know. And get you an accountability partner. Somebody that you can share your ideas with, that's going to hold you to it. Okay? Shout out to Miss Sabrina. Shout out to you. Salute. Major salute. Okay? Somebody that's, you get some help. We all need help. I need help. You need help. That's the only way to get better. Is to have a accountability partner, a coach, somebody look at you and say, what are you doing that you need to be doing to get to where you need to get? You're not doing it, why not? Well, let's develop a plan together so we can get you there. Right? You guys build with each other. All right, here we go. I love you. Have a beautiful day. And let's learn how to be better signing agents and notaries too.